Next topic, and I'm afraid it's not one that's gonna, lift our spirits,
Okay.
make us any happier about the esports world.
God dang it.
Yeah, I didn't know you were gonna go on like.
That's my
yeah,
bad.
to
We
be
should have
fair.
planned our topics.
Yeah, true. We should have coordinated. So
To
we could have.
be
We
so
could have.
angry
We could have
today.
staggered like happy, angry, happy.
But
something.
no, it's just anger, anger. What do
Yeah.
you got for me?
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about the Olympics real quick and how they just we had hope. We had hope.
You gave us hope.
Yeah, because they said everything. They said all the right things. They were
Just to
like,
clarify,
yeah.
I think it was a few weeks ago, Zan brought up the topic of there's events right before the Olympics that are going to involve esports.
yeah, there was an Intel World Open that kind of had a partnership with the Olympics. It was going to take place, I think, in the same arena, and they were going to host Street Fighter and Rocket League, and it was the closest esports have ever got to being like an official Olympics event. And we took that as a good sign. That,
We
hey,
did.
They're open to it. They're making moves. They're extending a hand, they're saying like, hey, maybe come hang out, But now we reach out and they're taking the hand, they're slapping it.
Yeah,
Like, get out of here, you plebs. But no, so anyway, the International Olympics Committee, every year they release, or like at least right before an Olympic event, this next one is going to be 2020, they release a statement saying like, hey, this is what we're thinking in terms of the Olympics. And they've basically confirmed that they don't want esports. They're not interested.
Hear that,
let
audio
me read
listeners?
their quote, because it is
Shut
truly
us down
something.
lightly, Zan.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this with a pinky up, because that's how I imagine these people talking.
Frick. As they're
Yeah.
typing it out, probably
Yeah.
just one hand typing.
Well, I mean, they probably can't type, so they're doing the one finger hunting and pecking thing.
They're
with
the
pinky
freaking
up.
parent
Yeah,
trying to speak into their phone.
Absolutely. But here's what they said. With regard to electronic games simulating sports. Which just that alone.
I couldn't have started any better.
Yeah, right.
Sorry.
Yeah, you see why my pinky is up
I understand
now?
now.
Yeah. The summit sees great potential for cooperation and incorporating them into the sports movement. Many sports simulations are becoming more and more physical thanks to virtual and augmented reality, which replicate the traditional sports. With regard to other electronic games, the summit concluded that at this stage, the sports movement should focus on players and gamers rather than on specific games.
Keep going.
Google Drive glitched out, copied one sentence twice for some
Yeah,
reason.
you would.
Yeah, I don't know
Keep
what to
it
say
running,
about that. Anyway,
Governor.
continuing. This focus on individuals should promote the participation in sport and its benefits, as well as a healthy lifestyle at all levels, including a health management model for elite sports competitors, including both physical and mental health.
Can you summarize
Yeah.
that? Give me a TLDR, because
Basically, they're
I was focused
saying
on my pinky being in
you
the air.
esports people are lazy and you don't work out, so we don't want y'all.
That's what I thought I heard.
Yeah, and then they also don't want to read too many more quotes. They went on to say that they'd like more traditional sports games. So they're like, yeah, the vibe I got from that was like, yeah, NBA 2K
Or Madden,
or FIFA.
Gosh,
maybe
man.
we'll let you guys in. We'll open the gates, but anything like CS:GO, anything like
Overwatch,
even something
League of Legends.
even something like friendly to advertisers like Rocket League,
Which
they don't
we
seem
thought
open to. Yeah,
For the longest time, if anyone was curious, I think it was a year or two ago, we thought approaching 2020 that Rocket League would be one of the titles to take an Olympic role because it's family friendly. It's not gory. It's not gun violence. It's
just racing
and it's
playing
kind
soccer,
of
essentially.
tied to football in the sense that a lot of football organizations or football clubs are actually in Rocket League as well. It's really sad to see that a physical incapability and a lack of physical and what they call maybe mental health is keeping us out of the Olympics.
Especially
that one
line,
hurts.
That line in particular is so ridiculous to me, because I'm like, who out here is watching the Olympics and going like, you know what, I should go to the gym.
God dang, they're like what are the people that take the sled, the toboggan or
I
whatever?
think that's like what, luging? Is that what they call
I
it?
don't know. Is that illusion?
I don't know. That sounds
Or
right.
it's like those
Maybe.
people that do the ice thing.
Ooh, shuffleboard.
No, it's not
No,
shuffleboard.
no, okay, no.
It's not the shuffleboard on ice.
I don't know.
God, we sound so
Yeah.
stupid.
No, I think that is luging.
Is it?
Maybe.
You guys know what we're talking
Yeah.
about. You take a toboggan down an ice thing, or
But
you
anyway.
shuffle a freaking disc on ice, and that's an athlete.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, next time I watch some luging events, I'm gonna think, you know what, I should go lift some weights.
Yeah,
you know,
I want to
I'm
go
gonna-
luge more.
You know what? Let me take some time, do some deep introspection, build my mental health.
Just so I can
Like,
go.
yeah, so I can
luge,
like,
baby.
you know.
It's just. Oh, dude, I've seen some very physically fit esports athletes or
Absolutely.
pros. You know, not people don't like throwing out the athlete thing, but it doesn't mean you got to keep us out of the Olympics.
You know, I think people seem to be not realizing that so many of these teams have like physical health coaches and mental health like psychologists working with them
like they
constantly.
actually do work out.
Yeah, you actually
Believe
have
it
to.
or not.
Yeah.
A lot of them actually do work out.
Well,
It's always a mental test.
Yeah.
And some teams physically work out.
Mm-hmm.
Others don't.
Yeah,
but
true.
it's still becoming a much more common thing. We see it like dominant, very, very dominant teams are the ones that have taken on the full
Yep.
nutritional, mental, and physical aspects of esports.
I think just earlier this year, Astralis said
I was
part
gonna
of their
say, I didn't want to bring it up.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't want me to CS:GO over
I
here,
didn't
always
wanna
talking
be-
about Astralis, but hey,
they
I'll
are-
take the bullet for
thank
you.
you.
Yeah. Yeah, they said like they attributed a lot of their wins to their new sports psychologist. That
They are
hired.
the
Yeah.
prime example of physical, mental, just overall excellence, and
Absolutely.
it's working out for them. One last point for me is when it comes to physical or mental health, how many NFL athletes are going to end their careers
Yeah,
totally
right.
physically and mentally healthy? Huh?
Uh-huh.
Wait, they're not in the Olympics. Oh shoot! I just frick, dude. I just proved them
To
right.
be fair, you could probably apply that to most sports. Anybody I know who plays sports like at that like aggressively high level, sure they take care of their body, but they're
Mental
so
health?
stressed constantly.
Yeah.
And they're miserable. And they're doing it because they love the game, of course, and they're like, like making a little bit of money doing it. But like at the end of the day, I don't know if I can say, yeah, that's what I want my kids to be. You know?
That's deep. That runs deep, man. At the same time,
True.
though, never mind. I don't want to fight against this anymore. Either way, 2020 Olympics are set to not happen for esports.
Yeah.
2024.
Probably still not happening.
Wait,
they
is
seem
there
very
also?
not interested.
I'm gonna ask one last dumb question. Is it every 2 years do we switch between Winter and Summer Olympics?
I don't know. I think
Nah,
it's,
we just
I
shouldn't-
really
we
don't.
should not open our mouths
Because
sometimes.
who cares about the Olympics, to be honest?
Well, I do for
I'm
esports.
certainly not going to be watching
Okay,
it.
so 2020 no go. 2022, if there's Olympics, we might be there.
Yo, Olympics, you're really going to start making a lot of people mad if you start doing this esports stuff. We got a huge viewership.
Not us.
Not us, but the esports community. Well, hey, we're getting there. You know, yeah.
So watch out. We're gonna
Yeah.
stop watching you.
Hey, you don't want to be up in our Twitter threads. Just
Yeah,
know.
for real.
We throw real shade.
Yeah, I'll say it again. Watch out, or we'll stop watching you.